The vision is simple. It's to have the finest pediatric cancer and blood disease program in the world. That, of course, is nothing that you achieve and then say, great, I've done it. We're now excellent. I think excellence is something that you continually strive for.
Not only is it the physicians, but it's also the nurses, the social worker, the child life specialist. Even if it's somebody who's working in the laboratory, they know that they're taking part in something that could impact the lives not only of children here in Houston, but across the world.
We want to embrace each patient and their family and be with them every step along the way, no matter what. It's a reflection of the type of people who are here. They're really a remarkable group of people who are driven to be the best.
Hello. How you doing?
Good. Grant was diagnosed with Philadelphia chromosome-positive ALL on May 24th, 2009.
Full treatment is just short of 3 years, and we average between a week and 2 weeks per month in the hospital.
When your child is diagnosed with cancer, it's not just that child that is affected. The entire family is affected, and our goal is to have a healthy, psychologically strong, optimistic child. But we're truly successful if we can keep the whole family unit that way.
Grant is their patient, but we're sort of their patients too, and Claire's sort of their patient.
You know, there's speed bumps along the way whenever you have this disease. Grant had this neurological episode. He lost the ability to walk. He lost the ability to sit up on his own. Well, we learned very quickly that it wasn't just Dr. Dreyer that was his doctor, it is a team. And what David and I have been most touched by is doctors that have not seen Grant once or twice will stop us in the hallway and say, how is Grant doing?
Everyone is part of the team. People tend to look at the doctor and think, you cured my child. I didn't cure your child. We, working as a team, cured your child.
The only way to sensibly care for any patient is to have everybody communicating.
It's truly amazing.
Some of the best leukemia minds in the world
are sitting in a room discussing
all meeting
Grant
together talking about him.
You have to work together. It's not about ego, it's about the patient.
Our goal is to keep the patients developing as normally as possible despite all that they're going through. So once they know that you're a safe person and that you're there to help, it can make a big difference.
Grant, I was gonna see if you wanted to play with my doctor stuff today. You do?
Whatever test or procedure they're gonna have, they might imagine it to be a lot worse than it really is. So we do a lot of medical play with the patients just to familiarize them with some of the equipment and things that they're gonna encounter. And when they have that understanding, they're not as afraid.
Can you tell me why he has to have medicine? 'Cause he leukemia.
It's hard. It's a very hard treatment. And I watch his parents and his sister and our child life workers, our social workers circle around him to give him the strength to get through this cancer.
Every family should have somebody that is their consistent, stable person, and I think that our social work role here allows for that. What I say to my families is, I'm here to think ahead for you. I can take care of everything that goes on around them so that they can focus on what the treatment is requiring of them as well as their child.
Purple Songs Can Fly is a recording studio here in the Cancer Center. I work with the children to write and record their own songs, and I've always believed that we all had a song inside.
I've been dancing ballet since I was 4 years old. You know, I've always watched all the great musicals, and it's like, I want to be up there.
When she was diagnosed, she had just been cast in a theater production.
Going from that to laying in a hospital bed is really, really hard.
And then to be given the opportunity to sing again, it's just incredible for her.
I recorded it right there. We practiced it a few times and recorded me, and then I was done. And it was just amazing. I was like, wow, look at all what I accomplished today.
We all benefit from having the arts in our lives. And so the Arts and Medicine program is something that's essential. And a lot of kids have arts experiences here that they would never have otherwise.
When Emily was born, most kids didn't live from this. We're just thankful that the technology is there. And
the research.
Right,
Yeah.
That it's treatable.
Our goal is really to make a cure a reality for every single patient that we treat, and the best way to do that is through research.
We're very fortunate. We have a wonderful group of physician scientists who are constantly moving the field forward.
We have research labs dedicated to cancer research within our cancer center, and their work is what leads the field of pediatric oncology. We have people that are developing new drugs to treat cancer that are only available here. So that research directly relates to patient outcomes.
If Grant had been diagnosed just a few months earlier, he would have had a totally different protocol. He probably would have been bone marrow transplanted.
This new drug could potentially save his life and change the outcome from being a 20 to 50% success rate to like 87%.
It was really that dramatic.
The impact of the work that's going on here is of worldwide significance, and many of the therapies that are being used around the world for treating children with cancer have emanated from this very center. To be able to move the field forward is tremendously satisfying, but also an awesome responsibility, because we need to continue to be totally focused on the endpoint, which is eventually putting us out of business.
I wanna get back up on top.
This is challenging work, but seeing Grant taking his first steps, how could you do anything better than that?
You're good, I'm right here.
There you go, buddy. You're doing it. You're okay.
Good job, Grant.
What I think about, what I hope for Grant is that this time next year he's in school, just being a normal kid.
Yeah.
You know, he deserves that.
You really get to see these kids grow up, and even though they're long-term survivors, they still will come in and ask for the doll and the medical play stuff. So it's really fun to see that you made that impact.
This is a family, it's a part of me, it's got a rhythm, and I want to continue to be here for that.
I want to get back up on top. I can do anything. That's how I feel. I can do anything.
I have patients that are now going to medical school, and every year I look forward to hearing about their lives that have gone forward since they were treated with cancer.
When I started here, we had 7 faculty and 42 employees, and we've grown tremendously. But I always make it a point to walk you through the clinic, because as soon as I see the first family sitting there with their young children, I know what's important and what's not really important. We get our inspiration from our patients.
Gazing in the mirror, I see a warrior's face.
Fully clothed in armor,
no fear and no disgrace.
A tear it never offers,
a smile it always gives.
No sadness doesn't show,
but what a life it lives.
Needles going in,
as blood is taken out,
but still no signs of pain.
No cries to make you doubt.
Each day you see this person,
you think that they're so brave.
Each day you see us laughing.
The tears are ours to save.
So when you see our armor,
and think we're calm and mild,
remember this one thing.
The warrior is a child.